Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the most valuable asset you possess, not your bank account, not your house, not your car, but your time. You see, time is worth far more than money. Money can be lost and regained, but time? Once it's gone forever. Time is the great equalizer. Rich or poor, young or old, we all have 24 hours in a day. The difference lies in how we choose to use those hours. Some squander them on distractions, while others invest them in building a life of meaning and purpose. Think about this: you can earn more money, but can you earn more time? No. Every second that ticks by is a second you'll never get back. That's why it's not just about managing your time, it's about valuing it, respecting it, and making every moment count. So how do we make time more valuable than money? First, we must prioritize. The truth is, not everything that screams for your attention deserves it. Ask yourself what truly matters. Is it the endless emails, the social media scroll, or the relationships you cherish, the skills you want to master, the dreams you want to chase? Second, we must learn to invest our time. Think of time as a seed. When you plant it in the right soil, learning, growing, connecting, you reap a harvest of success, joy, and fulfillment. But when you waste it on trivial pursuits, the return is emptiness. Then third, we must live with purpose. When you align your time with your values, every day becomes a step closer to the life you envision. Don't let procrastination steal your dreams. Start today, not tomorrow. Let me share a secret. The wealthiest people in the world aren't just rich in dollars, they're rich in how they use their time. They focus on creating value, nurturing relationships, and leaving a legacy. You don't need millions to do this. You only need to see time for what it truly is: priceless. As you go about your day, ask yourself, am I spending my time or investing it? Because the answer to that question will shape your future. Remember, the clock is always ticking. Use your time wisely, and you'll discover that it's worth far more than money ever could be. Time is the only resource in life that cannot be replenished, regenerated, or replaced. When money is lost, opportunities often exist to earn it back through hard work, innovation, or sheer determination. Investments can recover, businesses can rebuild, and fortunes can be restored. But time, once a moment passes, it's gone forever. Imagine for a moment that you had a clock in your hand that counted down the seconds of your life. Each tick is a second you will never relive, a second that's been spent never to return. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? While most people focus on accumulating wealth or possessions, they often forget that time is the very foundation upon which everything else is built. The true value of time becomes glaringly evident in moments of regret. Think of the times you've wished you could go back and relive a cherished memory, fix a mistake, or take advantage of an opportunity you let slip by. Those feelings of longing stem from the realization that time is finite. The opportunities lost to time are often the ones that weigh heaviest on our hearts, not the money we might have spent or lost. In our youth, time feels abundant, almost infinite. But as the years pass, its scarcity becomes more apparent. Suddenly, the hours that once felt like a vast expanse become precious drops in an ever-dwindling reservoir. This understanding often arrives too late for some, as they look back on a life filled with distractions, procrastination, and missed chances, wishing they had treated time with the reverence it deserves. Time is the framework for all experiences, achievements, and connections. Every goal you set, every relationship you nurture, every skill you master, it all depends on how you allocate your time. Unlike money, which can be stored, time must be spent. And here's the catch: it will be spent, whether you decide how to use it or not. Choices you make about how you spend your time determine the quality of your life far more than the size of your bank account ever will. Consider this: what is the point of wealth if you don't have the time to enjoy it? What's the use of success if you can't share it with those you love? Time defines the depth and richness of our experiences. It shapes the stories we tell and the memories we hold dear. It's the silent architect of our legacy, the canvas on which the masterpiece of our lives is painted. If time were a currency, it would be the most precious and rare. It's the ultimate equalizer, given in equal measure to all, but with vastly different outcomes based on how it is spent. Those who understand its value approach life differently. They don't waste it, they cherish it. They guard it fiercely, knowing that each passing second is a treasure beyond price. When it comes to time, the focus should never be on how much of it we have, but rather on how we choose to use it. Every person is gifted with the same 24 hours in a day, yet the results and fulfillment we derive from those hours can vary dramatically based on how they're spent. Having an abundance of time means little if it isn't used wisely. Consider the difference between someone who spends their day idly scrolling through distractions and someone who dedicates their time to learning a new skill, deepening relationships, or pursuing their dreams. The same 24 hours can yield vastly different outcomes, not because of the amount of time, but because of the quality of the activities. Quality time is about intention and focus. It's about being fully present in whatever you're doing, whether it's working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or even resting and recharging. When your attention is divided or your actions lack purpose, hours can slip through your fingers, leaving little of value behind. Think of time as a meal. A lavish buffet spread of endless options might seem appealing, but if the food lacks nourishment, it leaves you unsatisfied. On the other hand, a single plate of a well-prepared dish can provide sustenance, energy, and delight. Similarly, it's not about how much time you spend on something, but the depth and meaning you extract from it. This principle extends to all areas of life. In work, it's not about how many hours you log at your desk, but about the results and impact of those hours. In relationships, it's not the number of hours you spend with someone, but the connection, memories, and meaning built during that time. A few deeply meaningful moments often outweigh days of superficial interaction. There's also a hidden danger in mistaking activity for productivity. Many people believe that being busy is the same as being effective. They fill their schedules with endless tasks, meetings, and obligations, only to realize at the end of the day that they've accomplished little of true significance. This is where quality triumphs over quantity. Every hour should have a purpose, and every task should align with your greater goals and values. Quality time doesn't just happen, it requires deliberate effort and a conscious choice to focus on what truly matters. It's about asking yourself, is this the best use of my time right now? Am I creating something meaningful, or am I simply passing the hours? Even rest and relaxation should be approached with intention. A single hour of mindful relaxation, whether through meditation, exercise, or engaging in a hobby, can rejuvenate you far more effectively than an entire day spent aimlessly in front of a screen. The richness of your life is determined not by how much time you have, but by how deeply you experience and utilize each moment. When you prioritize quality over quantity, you'll find that even limited time can lead to limitless possibilities. Time is the ultimate currency. Unlike money, which can be earned, saved, or invested, time is spent the moment it is given to you. The question is not whether you will spend it, but how, and whether your choices will lead to a life of wealth and experiences, growth and fulfillment, or a life marked by regret and missed opportunities. Wealth is often measured in dollars, possessions, or status, but the truest form of wealth is time well spent. A person with all the money in the world but no time to enjoy it is far poorer than someone with modest means but the freedom to live fully. Time is what gives value to everything else. Imagine having all the treasures you've ever desired but no time to enjoy them. What would they truly be worth? Consider how we approach money. We plan budgets, track expenses, and invest wisely, all to ensure financial security. But when it comes to time, we're often careless. We squander hours on trivial distractions, procrastinate on meaningful tasks, and neglect the people and passions that matter most. Yet time is far more precious than money. You can always earn more dollars, but you can never earn back a single second. The true wealth of time lies in its ability to create value. When you dedicate your time to learning a new skill, you enrich your mind. When you spend time nurturing relationships, you build a reservoir of love and support. When you devote time to your passions or purpose, you create something enduring, be it art, a business, or a positive impact on the lives of others. Time, when used wisely, multiplies its worth. But just as with money, time can be wasted. Imagine if someone handed you a fortune but warned that it would vanish if left unused. Would you let it slip away? Every single day we are given 24 hours, a deposit of 86,400 seconds, and it's up to us to decide how to spend them. The wealthy person in terms of time isn't necessarily the one who has the most leisure, but the one who uses their time in alignment with their values and aspirations. There is also an emotional wealth that comes from time. The laughter shared with friends, the pride of achieving a hard-won goal, the quiet satisfaction of a day well spent. These are the moments that make life rich and meaningful. No amount of money can buy the joy of a heartfelt conversation, the peace of a sunset admired in stillness, or the exhilaration of pursuing a dream with all your heart. The beauty of time is that it democratizes wealth. Everyone, regardless of their financial situation, has the ability to create a rich life through intentional use of time. Whether you're building a business, spending time with loved ones, or exploring the world, your time is the foundation upon which true wealth is built. It's important to remember that the wealth of time isn't about cramming as much activity as possible into every minute. Instead, it's about aligning your time with what truly matters, your goals, your values, and the people and pursuits that bring you joy. In this alignment lies a wealth that far surpasses any bank balance. Every moment you spend carries a cost, not just in terms of what you're doing, but in terms of what you're not doing. This is the essence of opportunity cost, a concept often discussed in financial terms, but equally vital when it comes to time. Time spent on one thing is time taken away from something else. The real question is, are you trading your time for something of equal or greater value? Think of life as a constant series of choices. Every time you decide to do something, whether it's working late, scrolling through social media, or spending an afternoon with loved ones, you're saying no to countless other possibilities. If you're not deliberate about these choices, you might find that you've traded away your most valuable asset for fleeting distractions or unimportant tasks. Imagine this: you have a set number of hours to live, a finite balance in your time account. Each hour you spend is a withdrawal, and there's no option to deposit more. When you understand this, you begin to see that time isn't just valuable, it's priceless. It forces you to ask yourself hard questions. Is this activity worth an hour of my life? Will this choice move me closer to my goals or further away from them? Opportunity costs are everywhere. Choosing to binge watch a TV series instead of working on a personal project means sacrificing progress. Spending hours stuck in a routine task without considering how to optimize or delegate it costs you the chance to focus on higher value activities. Even saying yes to too many commitments can lead to sacrificing quality time for yourself or those you love. The most successful people understand that their time is a resource to be spent wisely. They know how to prioritize. They distinguish between what's urgent and what's truly important. They avoid the trap of trading long-term rewards for short-term comforts. Every decision they make is filtered through the lens of opportunity cost, ensuring that their time is aligned with their values and aspirations. But opportunity costs aren't just about work or productivity. They're also about the moments that make life meaningful. Spending too much time on career ambitions at the expense of relationships may lead to financial success but emotional emptiness. Conversely, spending all your time in leisure without pursuing growth can leave you unfulfilled. Life is a delicate balance, and opportunity cost is the principle that ensures you don't tilt too far in any one direction. To fully grasp the power of opportunity costs, you must adopt a long-term perspective. What might feel like a small trade-off today, skipping a workout, postponing a dream, or neglecting quality time with loved ones, can accumulate into significant regret over time. Conversely, small, intentional investments of your time can yield enormous rewards. Spending an hour each day learning a new skill, for example, could transform your career in a few years. Opportunity cost is also a reminder to let go of the things that don't serve you. How often do we hold on to obligations, habits, or routines that drain our energy but add little to our lives? By saying no to what's unnecessary, we create room to say yes to what truly matters. Understanding opportunity cost isn't just about avoiding loss, it's about maximizing gain. It's about ensuring that every moment of your life contributes to a future you'll be proud of, a legacy you'll cherish, and a life you'll look back on with gratitude. Every choice you make with your time has the potential to shape the life you lead, and the cost of missed opportunities is a price too high to ignore. Time is the most powerful investment you'll ever make. Unlike money, which can fluctuate in value, time always yields a return, positive or negative, based on how it's used. The way you choose to spend your time determines not only your present, but also the future you create for yourself. Wise time investment isn't about being busy, it's about being intentional. It's about placing your time where it will generate the most meaningful results. Think of your time as capital and your daily activities as investment opportunities. Every hour you spend is an investment into something: your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. The key is to ask yourself, what kind of return am I getting on this investment? For instance, spending time learning a new skill or building a network can pay dividends in the form of better opportunities or long-term success. On the other hand, excessive time spent on distractions or trivial pursuits often yields little or no value. Investing time wisely starts with clarity. You need to know what you want to achieve in life, what your priorities are, and where your passions lie. Without a clear sense of purpose, your time can easily get scattered across activities that don't align with your goals. Like a savvy financial investor, you must assess the potential returns of every activity and focus on those with the highest payoff. Consider the power of compounding, not just in finances, but in time. A small, consistent investment of time in the right areas can lead to exponential growth over time. An hour a day spent reading, practicing a craft, or working toward a long-term goal might seem insignificant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, the results can be transformative. This is the magic of leveraging your time effectively. But just as with money, investing time requires discipline. It's easy to fall into the trap of instant gratification, choosing what feels good now over what will benefit you later. Watching a movie might bring immediate pleasure, but spending that same time working on your health, education, or relationships can bring enduring satisfaction. Wise time investment is about delaying gratification for greater rewards down the road. Another aspect of wise time investment is learning to say no. Not every opportunity, request, or task is worth your time. Every yes you give to one thing is a no to something else. Protecting your time is just as important as deciding how to spend it. This means setting boundaries, delegating where possible, and focusing only on activities that align with your vision and values. Investing time wisely also involves diversifying your efforts. Life is multifaceted, and focusing too much on one area while neglecting others can lead to imbalance. For instance, pouring all your time into your career while ignoring your health or relationships might lead to professional success, but at the cost of burnout or loneliness. A truly wise investment of time ensures that you nurture all aspects of your life: your mind, body, relationships, and passions. The beauty of time investment is that it doesn't always require monumental changes. Sometimes small, intentional adjustments in how you use your time can lead to significant improvements. For instance, replacing 30 minutes of social media scrolling with exercise or learning can have a profound impact on your physical and mental well-being over time. Remember that the most meaningful investments of time are often those that create value beyond yourself. Time spent mentoring someone, contributing to your community, or creating something that outlasts you has a return that transcends personal gain. These investments ripple outward, leaving an enduring legacy. Investing time wisely is about recognizing that every moment is a choice, a chance to build the life you want. When you treat your time as the precious asset it is, you unlock its power to shape your future and amplify your impact. Time has a unique and transformative power. It multiplies the value of whatever you choose to invest it in. Like a seed planted in fertile soil, time nurtures growth, allowing small, consistent efforts to blossom into extraordinary results. This principle applies to every area of life, from personal development to relationships, careers, and creativity. The magic of time lies in its compounding effect. Think about this: a single hour spent daily on improving a skill, studying a subject, or exercising can create exponential growth over months and years. What begins as a modest effort can evolve into mastery, opportunity, and significant transformation. It's the steady accumulation of effort over time that turns simple actions into extraordinary outcomes. Consider the story of the bamboo tree. For years it appears to do nothing, barely breaking the surface of the ground. But all the while it is developing a deep and robust root system. Then, almost miraculously, it shoots up to towering heights in just a few weeks. Time coupled with consistent effort has multiplied its growth. The same applies to your pursuits. Time amplifies the value of your focus, discipline, and commitment. This principle is especially evident in relationships. The small, consistent acts of kindness, communication, and support you invest in the people you care about multiply over time. Trust grows deeper, bonds grow stronger, and the shared experiences create a reservoir of connection and love. Neglect, on the other hand, compounds just as powerfully in the opposite direction, eroding relationships and creating distance. Time also multiplies value in the realm of knowledge. Every minute you spend reading, learning, or practicing adds to your intellectual capital, but begins as scattered information transforms into wisdom as time connects the dots and deepens your understanding. This is why lifelong learning is so powerful. Time takes your efforts and magnifies them, turning curiosity into expertise and potential into performance. The principle of multiplication through time extends to creativity and innovation as well. The greatest achievements in art, science, and technology are not the result of sudden inspiration, but of time invested in exploration, experimentation, and refinement. Every masterpiece, every breakthrough, every innovation is built on countless hours of dedication and persistence. But there's a flip side to this. Time doesn't discriminate between positive and negative investments. It multiplies both. Wasting time on unproductive habits, distractions, or toxic relationships doesn't just consume your present, it compounds into a future of regret and missed opportunities. The time you spend on activities that don't serve your goals isn't just lost, it multiplies into outcomes that you might later wish you could undo. To harness the multiplying power of time, focus on consistency over perfection. It's not about grand gestures or one-time efforts, it's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when it feels small or insignificant. The key is to align your actions with your long-term vision, trusting that time will amplify your efforts and bring your goals within reach. Time also multiplies when you create systems that leverage resources. Delegating tasks, building networks, or automating processes allow you to extend the value of your time far beyond what you could achieve alone. This is how successful people seem to accomplish so much. They understand that time, when leveraged effectively, can create exponential results. Remember that time multiplies value not just in achievement but also in fulfillment. The joy of pursuing a passion, the satisfaction of helping others, or the serenity of living in alignment with your values all grow richer as time deepens your experience. Time adds layers of meaning to your life, transforming fleeting moments into lasting memories and enduring impacts. By understanding and respecting the multiplying power of time, you unlock its potential to create a life of abundance, growth, and purpose. Whether it's through small daily habits, long-term goals, or meaningful connections, time will always magnify the value of your efforts. The choice of how you use it is yours. Success in any endeavor is built on the foundation of time. It is the raw material from which achievements are crafted, the essential resource that fuels growth, progress, and transformation. Without the proper allocation and intentional use of time, even the most ambitious goals remain out of reach. Every significant accomplishment begins with time spent learning, practicing, and refining. The world's greatest athletes didn't reach the peak of their performance overnight. Their victories were earned through countless hours of training, discipline, and unwavering focus. Similarly, every entrepreneur, artist, or innovator has invested time into mastering their craft, solving problems, and pursuing their vision. Success is not a product of luck. It is the cumulative result of time invested wisely. Time allows you to lay the groundwork for success. It's in the hours spent acquiring knowledge, building skills, and fostering relationships. It's in the quiet moments of planning and strategizing, as well as the deliberate actions taken to execute those plans. Each step forward may seem small, but time adds up, transforming modest beginnings into remarkable outcomes. Time is not just a resource, it's also a test. It tests your patience, your perseverance, and your commitment. Many people start with enthusiasm, only to falter when results don't come quickly. They underestimate the amount of time and effort required to achieve something worthwhile. But those who understand the value of time embrace the process. They know that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and they're willing to put in the time necessary to see their goals through. Time also provides clarity. As you invest time in your pursuits, you gain insight into what works and what doesn't. Mistakes become opportunities to learn, and challenges become stepping stones to growth. Time allows you to refine your strategies, adapt to changing circumstances, and make better decisions. This iterative process is how success is built brick by brick, moment by moment. Time is the great equalizer. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, regardless of their background, resources, or circumstances. What sets successful individuals apart is how they choose to use those hours. They prioritize what matters most, focus on their goals, and minimize distractions. They understand that every minute spent on unproductive activities is a minute taken away from their dreams. Success is also deeply tied to consistency over time. It's not about grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work. This consistency builds momentum, turning small actions into significant achievements. The compound effect of consistent effort over time is one of the most powerful forces for success. Time is also essential for building resilience, an often overlooked ingredient of success. Achieving great things is rarely a linear journey. There are setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But time gives you the perspective to see challenges as temporary and the strength to keep moving forward. Each passing moment is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Time shapes the relationships that contribute to success. Success is rarely a solo endeavor. It is often supported by a network of mentors, collaborators, and supporters. Time spent building trust, fostering connections, and contributing to others' success creates a foundation of mutual support that can propel you forward. Time is the bedrock upon which all success is built. Whether you're pursuing personal goals, professional ambitions, or creative endeavors, your ability to manage and invest your time effectively will determine your outcomes. It's not about having more time, it's about making the most of the time you have. By treating time as the foundation of success, you position yourself to achieve your goals and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Time is the one resource you cannot replace, regenerate, or recover once it's gone. It is finite, and each moment that passes becomes a part of your past, never to be recaptured. This makes time the most precious resource we have, more valuable than money, possessions, or achievements. When you realize that time cannot be replaced, it shifts the way you view your daily decisions and priorities. Unlike money, which can be earned, spent, or invested, time operates on a unique scale. You cannot go back in time and relive a moment. Once you spend an hour, it's gone. This fundamental truth should change the way we treat time. It compels us to invest our time in what truly matters, to be mindful of the precious hours and days we have, and to understand the significance of each moment. Consider the moments that slip by unnoticed, the hours spent scrolling through social media, watching television, or procrastinating. These are the moments that, in retrospect, often feel like lost opportunities. The unfortunate reality is that they are irreplaceable. The time spent on trivial pursuits could have been directed towards something more meaningful, nurturing relationships, pursuing personal growth, working toward career goals, or simply experiencing the world around you. Time is irreplaceable in relationships too. We all have relationships that require attention, care, and effort. Yet how often do we take these relationships for granted, assuming there will always be more time to show we care or to create memories? The truth is, we don't know how much time we have with the people we love. Time invested in relationships, be it family, friends, or colleagues, is irreplaceable. Every conversation, every shared experience, and every gesture of kindness builds a connection that cannot be recreated once lost. In our careers and pursuits, the concept of irreplaceable time is equally significant. Career success is built on years of dedication, learning, and development. You cannot go back and make up for lost time. Time spent not honing your skills or building your professional network cannot be regained. The same applies to personal growth, whether it's health, learning, or emotional well-being. Time invested in these areas creates lasting benefits, and once it's gone, it cannot be recovered. Time is irreplaceable in the sense that it is what shapes the life we experience. The experiences, the lessons learned, and the memories created are all the result of how we've chosen to spend our time. It's easy to look at the future and think there's plenty of time to do the things we've always dreamed of. But in truth, we often overestimate how much time we have left. Every decision about how you spend your time is a decision about what kind of life you will have. It's a conscious choice to make each moment count. The concept of irreplaceability also brings into focus the reality of mortality. No one knows how much time they have, and that uncertainty makes every second valuable. If you knew that this would be your last day, how would you spend it? Would you focus on what really matters? Would you prioritize your passions, relationships, and personal growth over distractions and fleeting concerns? This awareness of time's irreplaceability should motivate us to live more intentionally, to be present in the moment, and to spend our time wisely. Understanding that time is irreplaceable also teaches us the importance of boundaries. If time cannot be regained, we must learn to protect it. We must say no to things that drain our time and energy without adding value to our lives. Saying yes to everything means you're likely spreading yourself too thin, leaving little time for what truly matters. When you understand time's true value, you begin to say no more often, focusing only on what aligns with your priorities and aspirations. Time's irreplaceability compels us to focus on quality over quantity. It's not about how much time you spend, but how deeply you experience it. 1 hour of focused work, meaningful connection, or personal reflection is far more valuable than hours spent aimlessly. Life is measured not by the number of hours you accumulate, but by the impact of how you use those hours. When you realize that time is irreplaceable, it forces you to make each moment count. You start to understand the importance of intentionality, the power of choices, and the significance of living fully. Time spent with purpose, focus, and intention is time that will yield rewards, whether in your relationships, your career, or your personal growth. And while you can always earn more money or acquire more material things, you can never buy back the time you've lost. Time once spent is gone forever. That is why it must be used wisely. Time has an extraordinary way of revealing the true priorities in life. As we move through the hours, days, and years, the way we spend our time reflects what we value most. Over time, our actions, decisions, and commitments unveil our deepest desires and passions, even when we try to hide them or deny them. Time is the mirror that reflects what truly matters to us, and it is through the lens of time that we gain clarity about what we want to focus on, pursue, and cherish. When you take a long, hard look at how you spend your time, it becomes clear where your priorities lie. If your time is consumed by work at the expense of relationships, it may reveal that your career is at the top of your list. If you invest hours each day in learning and self-improvement, it shows that personal growth and knowledge are important to you. Conversely, if time is wasted on distractions, it can show that your priorities may not be aligned with your values, or that you're not fully present in your own life. The passage of time also brings perspective. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in things that, in the grand scheme of things, don't matter much. Time, however, has a way of helping us filter through the noise. As we look back on past moments, we begin to see clearly what brought us true happiness, fulfillment, and meaning. It's through time that we recognize what we can leave behind, those activities, relationships, or habits that no longer serve our purpose. As you accumulate time in your journey, it becomes apparent that what once seemed urgent may lose its significance. Tasks that once felt monumental, deadlines that seemed crushing, or challenges that appeared insurmountable, often diminish in importance as time moves on. Time reveals that what matters most is not the material success, the fleeting accomplishments, or the accolades, but the relationships we build, the experiences we create, and the inner peace we cultivate. Time also uncovers our true desires. We may think we want something, money, fame, status, but over time, as we chase those desires, we begin to realize that the pursuit of such things is not as fulfilling as we once imagined. Time shows us that the greatest rewards in life are not those that can be measured in dollars or trophies, but those that add depth to our lives, meaningful work, loving relationships, a sense of purpose, and personal well-being. Another powerful way time reveals what matters is through its ability to highlight missed opportunities. Looking back at your life, you can see the moments when you chose one path over another. Some decisions made in a split second can have long-lasting consequences. Time unveils the missed chances, the dreams put aside, and the things left undone. But rather than regret, time allows you to take lessons from those moments and adjust your course. With the understanding that time is finite, You're motivated to stop procrastinating and start acting on what truly matters to you. Time also reveals the strength of our relationships. In the rush of daily life, we can take people for granted. But over time, you come to understand the irreplaceable value of those around you. Time spent with loved ones is an investment that pays off not just in shared moments, but in deep, lasting connections. The people who are there for you when times are tough, who support you through challenges, and who celebrate your successes with you are the ones who truly matter. As time moves on, you begin to see that the most important moments are often the simplest ones. The quiet conversations, the shared laughter, the peaceful moments of solitude, these are the things that fill the heart and soul. Time helps us realize that fulfillment comes from the moments in between the big milestones, not just from the achievements themselves. Time serves as the ultimate filter for our priorities. It is through the passage of time that we gain clarity on what matters most. It shows us where we've been, where we are, and where we need to go. It unveils our true values, our deepest desires, and the relationships that sustain us. Time reveals that the things we often chase, success, wealth, and status, are fleeting, while the things that truly matter, love, growth, purpose, and peace, are the treasures that we carry with us for a lifetime. Time, in its infinite wisdom, is the greatest teacher we will ever have. It teaches us lessons that no textbook, mentor, or seminar can fully impart. With each passing moment, time reveals truths about ourselves, others, and the world around us that shape our lives in profound ways. Through the lens of time, we gain insights into our strengths, weaknesses, values, and the consequences of our choices. One of the most powerful lessons time teaches is patience. In our fast-paced world, we often desire instant results, quick fixes, and immediate gratification. However, time teaches us that the most worthwhile achievements often require persistent effort over a long period. Success, mastery, and true progress aren't built overnight. Time gently reminds us that things worth having require effort, endurance, and above all, patience. As we invest time in our endeavors, we learn the value of perseverance, waiting for the seeds we've planted to bloom, and trusting the process, even when results are not immediate. Time also teaches us the value of reflection. As we look back over the years, we realize that many of the lessons we've learned were only understood in hindsight. The challenges we faced, the failures we endured, and the successes we celebrated all carry lessons that time gradually unveils. It's in this reflection that we grow wiser and more self-aware. Time teaches us the importance of looking back, not to dwell on past mistakes, but to learn from them and ensure we don't repeat them. With time, we see the bigger picture and understand how each event, decision, and relationship has shaped who we are today. We learn the importance of embracing change. Life is in constant flux, and time forces us to adapt. As people, circumstances, and situations evolve, we are reminded that nothing stays the same. The seasons change, people come and go, and challenges rise and fall. Time teaches us that resistance to change only leads to frustration, while embracing it opens up opportunities for growth. Every change we face, no matter how difficult or uncomfortable, brings new lessons and opportunities for learning. One of the most profound teachings time offers is the lesson of impermanence. The passage of time reminds us that nothing lasts forever. Relationships, careers, health, and even life itself are all subject to the forces of time. This knowledge often leads to a deeper appreciation for the present moment, urging us to savor the time we have, make the most of the relationships we've built, and cherish the fleeting nature of life. The awareness that time is limited encourages us to live fully, to prioritize what truly matters, and to let go of what no longer serves us. Time also teaches us the importance of letting go. As we accumulate experiences and memories, we realize that holding on to the past, whether in the form of grudges, regrets, or outdated goals, holds us back from moving forward. Time helps us see that letting go of old wounds, unnecessary baggage, or unhelpful beliefs is a crucial step toward growth. It's through time that we gain the clarity to release what no longer serves us, allowing space for new opportunities, relationships, and experiences. Time teaches us the value of relationships. As we age and mature, we begin to recognize that our connections with others are the most valuable investments we can make. Time reveals who our true friends are, who stands by us during difficult times, and who adds meaningful value to our lives. The time we spend nurturing relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, teaches us the depth of human connection and the importance of community. Over time, we understand that success means little without people to share it with, and that love and support are the true treasures of life. Time is also a teacher of discipline. The more we experience, the more we realize that success in any field, whether it's health, career, or personal growth, requires consistent, disciplined effort. Time doesn't reward shortcuts or lack of commitment. It rewards those who put in the work day after day, year after year. Time teaches us that the small, disciplined actions we take consistently over time compound into monumental results. Time teaches us the importance of balance. As we grow older and experience more of life, we begin to understand that success and happiness are not found solely in one area. Time shows us that a life well lived requires balance between work and rest, between personal pursuits and relationships, between ambition and contentment. Through time, we learn that true fulfillment comes not from constantly striving, but from knowing when to slow down, when to focus, and when to let go. Time is the ultimate teacher. It imparts wisdom that cannot be learned through any other means. The lessons time teaches are timeless and universal lessons about patience, reflection, change, impermanence, relationships, and balance. Balance. As we navigate the journey of life, we can trust that time will continue to reveal its profound teachings, shaping us into wiser, more capable individuals with each passing day.